I'm ready. Mm, mm. Oh, that's delicious. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Lord have mercy. Beautiful day in paradise. It is 6:30, 2023. Man, time flies. Man, time flies. What up with it? People in the chat room. Shout out to y'all. If you want to take part in that rug giveaway, make sure you're on my Patreon. I'm giving away maybe three rugs, maybe a couple t-shirts and things of that nature. So make sure you're on my Patreon. Take part, do some sort of what they call those raffles, some little virtual raffle. Put your name on a little wheel and spin that shit. Holla at your boy. You feel me? Let me see who up in here. Brian King, what up with it? LT Force Glory. Good morning to you, Nelda B. Like, what is she doing in the block section? What is she doing? Stop it. Amanda, what's up with it? Michelle Walker, Teresa Green. Mm. Rosanne Barr, don't let them have it. Lord have mercy. I told you. Told you. Got to be able to question everything. Got to look at these situations like, wait a minute. Hold up. How does a white woman say things like this? Hit the like button. There's 51 people in here. Hit the like button. Kev Gill's got to go through so much to bring you the truth. Please, that's all I can ask of you is hit the like button. I'm not monetized here. Remember that. So just hit the like button. Lord have mercy. Give me some type of reason. Mm. What's up with it, Brittany, Kimberly, Savannah? What's up with it this morning? Matthew, Marley, my guy. What's up, champion? Love Bird. What's up with it? Let me see. Oh, sleep. That's what it is. I could have came on an hour, 2 hours ago. I said these people still sleep, but that's okay because I want to jump from one thing and straight into class. Is that okay? Because I'm recording and I want to make sure that I do things appropriately. So, welcome to the Coffee Cut Show, of course. Kev Gills, George, what's up with it? Good to see you this morning. I'll wait. Kevin Ferguson, what's up, Kev? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where we at? Where we at? Kev Gills is setting sail right now. Where we at? Hit that like button and subscribe. Kev Gills setting sail right now. We got Judge Gills today. We're going to talk about the YMW Melly in a more constructive, creative way. We got the morning show, Coffee and Kush TV morning show, and we got the U. So very productive. It's going to be a long year, a long quarter, long fourth quarter right here at the KevRow Coffee and Kush show. What's up, Amanda? Good to see you this morning. Yep. Yep. It's good to see y'all chilling. I told y'all about the history lesson, but before we get there, what's up, RT Bell? Good to see you. Before we get to history, to the magnitude I'm gonna get to it, it's just crazy to see that Rosanne Barr is always saying some shit. But this right here, she's mentioned this over and over and over and over again. And they have labeled these people Holocaust deniers. You understand what I'm saying? So right now, going through the ritualistic behavior that they do to one another, where they supposed to don't say this and give you some sort of this is what will happen to you if you say things like that. Boo. Not good. No. But it's just amazing that people will go through lengths in America to say that the Holocaust either happened or didn't happen. Either way, Germany, the Jews, France, all owe America money. Dating all the way back to World War I and World War II. That's the cold thing about it. And nobody talks about this. Why? Because all these people here are one of those different, have a fatherland or motherland to go home to. So it's a hidden secret. So ain't nobody white and ain't nobody black. People got homelands. They only white in America. If you white, that means you hide the genocide and the Holocaust of the African Americans in America. Press one. Let my shirt go. Nope. They hide the Holocaust in America. Don't be putting no Bible verses in here. You got to call Bible verses in. You read them. We're not doing that no more. You call them in. Boop. Time out. First mistake. Call them in. If they make sense to you, then you got to hit that line. 424-209-9506. You want to be on the show? I got Zoom. Your boy Kev got Zoom. So we're going to keep talking about it. What up, Brian Scott? Good to see you. So, we went into the metaphysics, astrolot, the rapids. We identified these things on this great ship we call KevRow, the good ship. So you got freedom of expression, given the topic. Don't go all off into things that don't matter here at the show. I'ma stop you. If there's no definitive, if you go too far off into the dream world, I'm gonna stop you. If you go too far off from the topic, I'm gonna stop you. Because no matter what we do, we must always remember the Great War. The reason behind the Holocaust in America, since we're talking about the African American Holocaust and the Jewish Holocaust, press one. Why not? See, y'all know him as Adolf Hitler, but I know him as Charles Dawes. Press one. See, I whooped y'all ass. That's the thing about y'all. Y'all have no strength for me. Krebin Christ. Press one. I whooped their ass. I found the motherfucking secret already. Press one. See, when you're not all the way around the place, you're right there in their face. See, you got to know how to be able to tell who the fuck is who. So you know him as Adolf Hitler, the one who exterminated the Jews, theatrical World War II, and this is the bad guy. I'm with you. This is the motherfucking bad guy. Adolf Hitler in the movies, but in real life, his name is Charles Dawes, and America need to be held accountable for the genocide, Holocaust of the African Americans, and stop worrying about what this man did to his own people in the land where he and his people owed us money. Wouldn't it be, ain't that a coincidence that this nigga owe you some goddamn money? The black Victorians, the people pre-destruction mode, America, press one. Ain't that a business? And this is the nigga who genocided you? These are the same motherfuckers. Don't you get it? Your ass been in the Truman Show this whole time, daydreaming about what? Physics, gods that idol worship. Huh, say it. Talk to him, say it. Idol worship that don't matter. Press one. There's too many adjectives, not too many nouns. Fuck that, nigga. See, what they did with the Red Cross is 100 times worse than what this fool did in a country that owe us some damn money. Press one. You gotta press one. You gotta feel that. That's real. Now, you can daydream about Jesus. You can daydream about Haru. I'm with you. You can daydream about Osiris. This is what I found out about niggas. Press one. All they do is talk about each other, but they all caught up in the same astrological deception. Press one. All of them together coexisting in the world of Babylon. And then when you ask them and challenge them on all of their beliefs at one time, because you know all of their gods, it's just one. You know what I'm saying? And from one, then it's 3,000 of them. So they shit don't even make sense. It's like theory on top of theory. When one don't make sense, they scribble out something and then it leaves and got a dumbass explanation on why they had to scribble it out. The word don't scribble out shit. What? Mm, mm, mm. So that's the thing about it. Before we get serious into class, though, I like to pump my class up. You feel me? I like to pump my class up, bruh. Let me work. Let me work. Let me work. Let me go. I want to give a shout out to the dumbest student on earth. Press one. I got to, bro. I got to. Before we y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for Judge Gills. I got my hatchet. I got my judge outfit. I got my judge glasses. We gonna pay very close attention to this nigga information that was on the cell phone being used to give 051. I mean YMW Melly triple life for some shit. The death penalty. We gonna talk about that. But I just want to give a shout out to the dumbest nigga at the university. He ain't learned nothing. You know why? You know why? Because all niggas do is play. He said in class this whole time. Damn, yeah. Set in time in class. And he really hiding in the wrong classroom. They about to call your ass to court, bruh. Press what? Ooh, YouTube streets is cold. They finna call this one into court. This is a special witness. He like, please, you want to get deported? But I can't. Here, take this and take that, but I can't. I have a cold feeling. Francois is about to be the biggest niche on earth. First one that ever. He gonna try to come in with a mask on. Press one, like that white officer. Nah, bro. We gonna see the front of that head. Press one, that big old boulder block. Press one. He gonna try to come in here. Who's that guy? That's the guy who gave me the phone. He gotta tell what happened. Who gave you the phone, witness? It's gonna be blurry for every. This is the first time YouTube is gonna go blurry. All you gonna see is a nigga with dreads. Yeah. Who gave you the phone? What's his name? They know him as Melly. I can't wait, bro. Hit his ass. Shout out to Ollie Ware in the Cash App. Shout out to Betty Hampton in the Cash App this morning. Shout out to y'all. Jason Harris. Love you, champion. This dude is a wash, my friend. Oh my God, I wonder what they gonna say. How you gonna walk in there? Please don't get deported instead. I just want him just to be knowing this is what happened when you fuck up. These young people dealing with pressure they didn't even know existed. Press one. They didn't even know this type of pressure existed. They thought they planned everything out perfectly until ballistics and them straws came out. Press one. The McDonald's straws and the Wiener Schnitzel straws came out. Them slushy straws came out. They all pointed back to the person who said the ghost. Casper the Friendly Ghost on Scooby-Doo. Press one. The nigga that wasn't in the car. It's over. That mean they used this phone that you gave them to convict them. Press one. Ain't no way out of this. You can't beat science. Y'all know forensics. Oh, no. I'm just a big homie Kev. Coffee and Kush TV. You feel me? I'ma just keep it 100. We love the shows, even though we Democrats. That's one. Nigga, we love them for real. Oh yeah, y'all fucked up, bro. Y'all can't. If we watching this, we see y'all. It really looked like, people. The good thing about black people, they try to hold out. King AK-47 tried to hold out. That nigga watched the show and said, "Fuck this, I'm over. It's over. Press one. We can't keep defending these little kids. It's over, bro. It's over. There's no way you can beat ballistics. You can't beat somebody mama saying that's him getting in the car right there. You know who getting in that passenger seat right there? Oh yeah, that's Melly. You know your son? Yeah, they good friends. I make them oatmeal every day for breakfast. Press one. We feel that. They're not just a jury. We are too. Press one. That's why the judge say, don't watch them people on YouTube. This is the order from YouTubers. From the courts. Do not watch fuck TV. YouTube. Nigga, YouTubers persuading these niggas got lawyers on YouTube, doctors, gangbangers, mechanics, people who fish. Press one. Virtual partners on YouTube. People you can just talk to for morning coffee. That's what I'm gonna start. A virtual coffee service, just right there. Hey, how you doing? Just out of nowhere. Yeah. Anyway, just start talking. It's like people. Press one. Just make it. Fuck it. Morning coffee. Yeah, just log right in and just bloop. Yeah, where you at? Starbucks. I'm in France. But yeah, on some real shit, my man is in the worst position you can be in. About to be posed as the number one bitch. You know how many people he manages who are all fucked up in the community? If all of the people managing all getting caught up in shit, it's time to let it go. Y'all not doing a good job at being A&Rs. Management's starting to look like, I don't know, that's weird. You get rid of A&Rs, keep managers who don't know about talent, development, or nothing. All they know is bobbing their head next to the person in the world. Hey, King Hazy, bro, you late, bro. Get up out of here, bro. We don't know you like that. You not in my class, bro. You not in my class. Hit that like button. King Hazy. When these people be trolling me and messing up my class, talking about I'm panhandling and they rich, press one. They got chains and shit. Press one. They got chains and shit and mansions and girls and all this, bro. Bro, you gotta be KevRow to be here. Ain't no what up class. None of that. What up, class? You been fucking with Kev all this time, bro. You ain't called in and helped me squabble or nothing. Press one. Huh, ladies. Y'all taught me how to, nah, fuck them. They don't help. Every time you know what the ladies tell me, King Easy? Every time it's time to squabble up, them niggas leave you out there by yourself and you whoop everybody ass. And then who comes running? Them niggas. Here they come again. Press one. Them same niggas go, oh, Kev, no, bro, back up. You got to be about something over here, bro. I don't like to hang out with this coffee and kush, bro. Everybody can't come over here and just smoke with me, bro. Hit that like button. They don't come to my class. When I'm doing something productive, they ain't got a sweatshirt. They ain't attempted, man, hell no. You ain't finna come over here and say hi to the people who do support us and support the movement. Press one. Hit that like button and some, bro. This YouTube free. This the YouTube. Y'all thought it was. Mm-mm. I want a sweatshirt. No, you get that knowledge. Go to class. You ain't getting a sweatshirt till you go to class. I'm a cold nigga. No, you can't buy shit. You want some knowledge. That's what you want. Bring your ass to class and check in. And then, hell no, I'm not telling nothing. No. I like to buy something. No. Fuck was you at when we built this bitch? No. Come to class. It's an honor to get a letterman. It's an honor. Fuck that. I gotta change my thinking. Fuck that. It's a fucking honor to wear my shit. Fuck that. Not everybody wear motherfucker Giuseppe, and not everybody motherfucking can wear Gillespie. Press 1. Fuck that. You gotta come to class. This shit is special club, like a golf club or the Illuminati. Press 1. Give you a special vest, make you feel real special. You graduate this class. Press 1. Hey, law. I'm just keeping it 100 because this is the terms I gotta use to talk to my people. You feel me? Shit. It's like the Illuminati around here. You really gotta be bright and a shining star. Press 1. Yep. You gotta be smart. Look, Kev ain't went past. Look where we at in history. We didn't do all this for that. Press 1. We didn't do all this for nothing. Niggas was out here getting views and press 1 making big bread and fucking going to the strip club. Kept working. History, bro. Gotta stay focused. So many distractions everywhere. Good morning, professor. Listen, that's too many good mornings. You 50. What time is it? You 22 minutes and 16 seconds late. What you mean, good morning? You a felon? That's your name? Hold up. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing yet. Let me go to the channel to see what this is. They may be jailbird. You don't want to piss them off too much. If they have felon in their name, oh, they just a nobody. Get them out of here. They just a nobody. Get them out of here. Toss them. Delete the message and kick them out. Ain't no high 22 walking up in here. What's up? KevRow University street rules in full effect. I'm finna high. What's up? Hey, y'all. Boop. Thought I was just talking to niggas. Women can get it too. Get up out of here. You late. Come to class early. Nehemiah. come to class early and press 1. Y'all be sitting around wondering why people press 1. I ain't pressing 1. Stupid. Well, don't be saying hi to me then. when Kev come, then don't be saying hi to me, bro. None of that. You don't got no work. You ain't calling in with no nothing. I don't know you. You know, and it's okay. It's okay for one. I'm just one person of billions on YouTube. Or go over there and sit down. Stop announcing when y'all come to my classroom like y'all matter, because you don't. Black lives don't matter here. The truth does. Press 1. Why am I so fucking retarded, man? Y'all crazy.
Voicemail, press 2.
What's up? Who is this? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Good morning, Mr. Gillespie. This is R.T. Bell.
R.T. Bell, what's up with it? What you want with me this morning? What's up?
Pretty much, I just wanted to say pardon me for putting the Bible verse in the chat.
Oh, my goodness. You late. That's too late. You too late.
I apologize. I'm too late.
But go ahead. Man. But go ahead. You ain't never too late for a Bible verse. Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, I was just saying, every time when you mention, all the nations that are involved in all of this, it brings that same Bible verse to my mind, Psalms 83:3-5.
Which is?
So when I hear you mention it, do you want me to read it?
Of course. Well, wouldn't you like to know how many nations in Scripture participated and the downfall of God's people.
Mm,
Wouldn't that be something our people need to know while we sitting up here cloud chasing off a Melly name, getting more views and waking more people up?
absolutely.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Let's get it.
Hey, listen,
Okay,
it's called the Gillespie algorithm for a reason. Go ahead.
for sure. Psalms 83, 3 through 5. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people
Go ahead.
and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation,
That's right.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent.
Mm-hmm.
They are confederate against thee.
Oh, we. Now stop it right there.
All right.
Now, well, you was gonna stop right there anyway, because that's all you needed.
Right.
But in history,
Right.
let's take it out of the brother called in like 2 weeks ago, RT, and he was like, Ev, did they change all the allegorical and take it from the natural? But we gotta find it in the natural. So let's just say
Okay.
let's say Israel will be the people who are blessed by the Father to have a specific land. Can we say that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's how I understand it.
Okay. To the contrary, not to the contrary, in the same sense, George Washington gave his heirship to the people.
Right. Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, in a legal
So
sense, go ahead, sister. I just wanted to.
I was going.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say. So they cut to correlate the two. They cut. They are cutting off the airship.
By what?
Well, we know they changed the name. They taken the organic tissue, moving.
Did they cut you off from the
Killing
law?
them all.
Did they
Cutting
cut
off
you
the
off
heads
from the
of
law?
state. Cut you off from the law. Yes, sir.
If you're tied to the land,
Paper genocide.
yeah, right. If you're tied to the land, cutting you off from the law will be cutting you off from being a nation, correct?
Absolutely.
The Bible
By
was American
using
history.
maritime law, GCC
That's
codes,
right.
and the law of the water.
That the law of the water. Who's the see? Now we can go into
Okay,
once you
well, I'm on
understand
your
that.
feet.
Now we can talk about the commerce and the astrology and all of this other shit. But the foundation
Mhm.
has to be correct.
I agree.
You got it.
I
Go
agree.
ahead.
I mean, no, I just wanted to call in and hit you with that. I'm at work. I'm going to fall back and enjoy
Okay.
the rest of the show.
I love it.
And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, Queen. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Gotta understand that, fellas. They gave you theatric with Adolf Hitler, and in the same sense, when he changed his clothes into American businessman, the name Charles Dawes. That's one. You know who this is? Do you know who this is? Huh? This the man who genocided you. This the man who genocided the Jew. This the one who genocided you. This the one who genocided the Jew. Well, if the Y wasn't created when the Hebrews would have said it, they would. I mean, if the J was, these are the one who genocided you. No, you nigga, KevRow. You nigga, remember the J. Yeah, you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I got bars. Listen, I talk different. You. Oh my goodness. From the perspective of me, of course. This is just my perspective. This is what I see. So y'all gotta understand where my plight come from with Carnegie and Theodore Roosevelt. How were they able to genocide but mask who did it. If you genocide them, you and then change the story, you won't know who is who. Press one. You won't know because you used to seeing this fool like this. You would know that's the same nigga who paper genocided you and wiped you out of history so that the name of Israel can be no longer remembered. You ain't been the same since your boys left off to sea to fight the good war. That's how your names was stolen. That's why they say you are the Jew. That's why the Hebrew Israelites is like, damn, bro, this nigga don't fucking took over the whole fucking conversation. Yes. And I got facts and truth because I put the truth in front of you. And I'm a clout chaser. Press one. So you in bad business fucking with me. You feel me? Y'all don't see that scar on the chin? Huh? If this was Maury Povich, nigga, you are the father. Press one. And this is what America don't want you to know. See, this is what all of the fuss is about. This is what all of the distraction is about. This is what all the come here and come over here and look at this one and look at this one. Because this is what matters right here. That since we talking about the Holocaust, why not talking about the genocide that happened to the African Americans? Why you always talking about slavery when the real genocide of African Americans happened in the early 1900s? I told you. It's going to always come back to the definitive. How did they steal your birthright, bro? You talking to me about no damn reparation. You don't even know about no birthright. Shit, birthright don't matter to foreign Africans and people who don't really have name and who really people wasn't genocided. Some people came over with the French. Some people came over with the Italians. Some people, blacks, were the Nazi. Press one at this time. How Walter Plecker? Who stole the names of African Americans, bail Walter Marcus Garvey out of prison. What's wrong with you? All y'all know is Suge Knight bailed Tupac out. You don't think about nothing else. Y'all running around wondering why shit ain't been in the 13th and 14th Amendment ever since, bro. They just genocided you. Nobody want to say. They rather give away your airship and your nationality to Ukrainians. Y'all keep worrying about Rosanne Barr. Well, if those people weren't genocided, the only people who was genocided was you know who. So how deep does the lie go? Press one. Where was Woodrow Wilson during the Holocaust? Where was Pope Pius during the Holocaust? Why is the Holocaust y'all doing things to each other? Press one. KevRow. Why that? Why I gotta care about the Holocaust that much when all of y'all participated as one, the Holocaust and genocide by way of Catholicism, the African Americans, the true heirs, the true freemen of the time. Damn, Kev. We been broke this down a long time ago. Nobody can confront the truth. We just kept pushing. We went all into religion, but nothing can stop the truth. What happened to those black folk who was here in the 17, 18, 16, 17, 1800s? Press one, and it ain't this guy. Excuse me for putting that face up there. It was it's not that. It was the Victorians. What happened to them? Their heritage was stolen. Everything was stolen from them. They were put into captivity, Exodus and all that. And y'all just playing retarded. Playing like y'all sleep. No, y'all not sleep. I'm gonna make sure y'all never go to sleep again. Because this is too important. It all started with the Harlem Hellfighters. Y'all remember that? I got the book right there on the other side of the television set. Right? The whole world worrying about shit that don't matter. Things that really matter that will free you. You can care less about. What happened to these great people? Press one. What happened to these great people who was here? Adolf Hitler was running around the earth. What happened? Because your African still slave story, Marcus Garvey stories, is the destruction of these people. Them ain't slaves. Them ain't former nothing. That's not former nothing. That's the cold thing about it. You know, I woke up this morning, and one way to describe American history and our minds when we learned Rockefeller founded by Bill Gates, television, education, our brains is like mush. It's like the Philadelphia experiment, all time and start making. Feel me? You have a starting point to go back from or move forward to. But if you get rid of the start, raise these people children, what happened? Press one. Won't know who the fuck they are. What happened to them? All I'm saying. Well, Margaret Sanger, all of them. It wasn't just Margaret Sangers, bro. Motherfuckers go all the way back to Russia. Russia. Y'all playing. Kev been solved the equation a long time ago. Then who gonna ride with him? Who executed these people? Huh? They go Margaret right there. Right there. Hit that like button. What? Y'all playing over there with that woman clothes on. That's why it's important for you to know how the genocide was played out, how you ended up on trains by researching. How did our people end up in the furnace? How did they get genocide? Because they not fit, huh? RT Bill, you got to line that up. You can't sit around with your head in the ground or in the sky and you're not level headed when in history class. Them look just like them costume Indian clothes people be wearing in them old ass pictures mixed with a little circus stuff. This is Margaret Sanger with the King of Prussia, damn near, I think. And what did Margaret say? We got to get rid of blacks, American black people, and get our people from here into a better position in life. See, they told you the story in reverse. Y'all know I ain't got no problem with nobody, but this my history class. Press one. So we gonna learn it from Kev's position. Shit. We heard it from everybody else's. Let me work. Y'all know I don't hate nobody. I love everybody shit. From the Indians to the whatever you got. I love to sit and watch black people think about things. You feel me? But nigga, one thing we can all agree on, this is real. We not talking with our heads in the sky and too far back in time immemorial. Right here at the row. See, this is why I woke up and I'm glad I've been getting rest. Y'all allow me to get rest, y'all. Y'all don't even know, bro. And I said, okay, a lot of people are turned on by this or turned off by this. What can I do to kind of boom stay within the time frame that the Gillespie theory. Yeah, right here in this time frame, and we're gonna win. Everybody, when they're not thinking too far into the clouds, because you're dealing with people who lost in time and in space. Wow! Oh, kid heals. Nigga, how I grow up from South Central, never, nigga, I told you I was gonna solve the quantum theory, nigga. I just said it. Our people are lost in time and in space. So I'm gonna teach you how to balance it. Give you every alchemy balance your ass is looking for since you want it. You feel me? Then you be able to see, whoa, wait. It comes more clear, like, damn, you able to see it in time and in your allegory. You'll be seeing it in time, you'll see the subversion happening if you can keep track of the shuffle card of characters that's played out in the game of life, but it's really guess who? Right said, it's really the game of guess who. You know, I'm glad I always played them board games though. I may not have got a certificate at school. I wasn't no fool. You feel me? I paid attention. This wasn't taught. Something was missing. So the truth of the matter is, this was the kings and black people. This was indentured servants. You was an indentured servant. They are here by way of the federal government and banks to work for the system and go home and eat or stay here and be emancipated and pay for what? All right then. Pay for the trip, gain their independence, denounce their, you understand? Denounce their home, become naturalized, not organic, but naturalized. And that'd be that. Y'all playing. And after the overthrow, that's when they reversed history, whitewashed it, and you became this because black people was with them. Y'all got to understand, it's black people from France, black people from Europe. Not all black people are just like bad people or nothing like that. Y'all, we got to think. This is about history and an alternate viewpoint of history. This is what it was. This is why it had to be whitewashed, because you'll be like, wait a minute, then where's the trust? Where's our peoples who went off to wars and things that isn't, where's their pension? What happened to their land? You're going to say it was all robbed by the federal government and everything going to start unraveling where the Jubilee will be forced. See? Fucked up. Jubilee will have to be natural. It's just, there's no way out of this situation, this historical account. If nothing, it's no way out of it. But in the class, I'm saying, if one pays attention, you'll be able to see, like, damn. So we wasn't just, nah, bro. If you wanted to work, you can work. If you was one of these people, but most of your people was far off in the other business and having employees and having people who come down or come from different nations to pick cotton and work indentured servitude. But when it got flipped and when everybody became 13th and 14th Amendment, they became white and you became, that was after the subversion. That was after the coup. But before the coup, that's why it's very important for us for us to visit old historical sites, especially us born in inner cities. You got to go to the South. You got to go to the coast. You got to go to the North. You got to go to and get and talk to people. and can't be afraid to like know yourself and get an accurate account, a first-hand account, as first-hand as you can get it. Maybe it's not first-hand, maybe it's second and third hand, but it's better than no hand. At least you in the game. You can always start from somewhere to where it's gonna start clicking. Like, oh shit, I went here, and this one lady, it don't even matter the race because everybody gonna tell you anyway. When you in truth, when you walk in truth, you can understand. Why they ain't gonna tell you shit. They not gonna. Why? The last king of America was George Washington III. King George, King George. Uh, King George. Y'all gotta wake up, bro.
History.
Y'all gotta wake up, champ. Hit that like button and subscribe. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna just be more interactive. I'm gonna do more. Fuck it, but we gonna make sense of it. So look, they want you to think that King George and shit is the one you got your freedom from. You had to break away from. This is the story they gave you. But they know King George is George Washington. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the. All right, look, I got my little tablet up. Y'all gotta do y'all research. They make everything like this shit here. You're not looking at that. You don't be lost in. And again, this is 1700. If Queen Charlotte looked like this and they saying she black, fuck is this? Fuck out it. Bro, I'm like tired of Rockefeller Foundation historical account for their Germanic Hitler-like genocide cover-up. I'm not taking part in that. That's retarded. Press 1. It'd be retarded of me to sit and partake in their historical account for. I mean, you have to dig deep as an African American. You're required to not be dumb. You can't be dumb. You ain't got time to be dumb when. I like it. You ain't got time to be dumb when you have to attest to a historical account of life. What if the ultimate question is, how far back did you dig back in history? All I know is Martin Luther King. God says, oh, y'all just know Martin Luther King. What the fuck did y'all history go from slavery from Africa to slavery to war to free? Come on, bro. It's the same. Come on, G. Who taught you this about yourself? Who told you this story of your fall? Oh, the people who enslaved you. Gotcha. So, where was I going with this? Because this is almost embarrassing. But this King George is the last king of America. So you gotta know, America had a king. Thought they just had a president and fought back against the king, and then this one and that one. Let me see if I can get this on. No. All right, you can find it yourself. The last king of, you know what? I'll do it here. Of America. These things that come up, George Washington or King George second and third and all of this. But they don't want to tell you how y'all went from freemen and heirs and benefactors and beneficiaries of freedom and sovereignty and privilege and all that. Cause you don't want to know how you fell from free to slave. They told you you were free, with Abraham Lincoln, but you were enslaved with the 13th and the 14th Amendment. George Washington freed you, but you don't know that because you know him as the president of a bank, George Washington. You don't know him as the king of the land, George Washington. You telling me you fought against the king to accept the president? Wake up, America. You gonna accept the king in a way story that's in through time immemorial, but you accept the president. But you gonna say, oh, we fought against King George, but King George Washington was the best president who gave us freedom. Wait, how could George Washington, King George developed the colonies? Silly people. He gave you airship. I got the proof. Your life is the proof. Your history is proof. You just tried to lie. Ain't no way in hell George versus George for freedom. And we don't think about that because we didn't give two shits about history. That's why. And that's okay. We had a lot of billion-dollar companies keeping us stupid. That's okay. That billion-dollar companies keeping us stupid. We don't even ask like how they did it. How they you were the ones hung on trees in white America. You don't believe me? That was you. That was you in the Holocaust. You were genocided. But they say Martin Luther King. No, this is the 1800 after the coup. They started hanging all of the officials and burning them up and getting all the black people out of there. Press one. This is the genocide of Afro-Americans and how all nations conspired against thee, like the Bible say. You just don't know. You heirs to the king. Same way as you're heirs to the kingdom of heaven, the same way. Same. I'm just, you feel me? Relating with the people. Same way. Same, with the same allegorical, but real law in it, real history. The same pressure. So it's good. You just have to know who's who in that book and who was genocided and who the Jews are. The land of Israel was established in what year? Go to the tab. So they're just incorporating scripture by incorporating these false nations around the earth. This United Nations doing this. The United Nations is who? 50 nations who conspired against thee. They're just doing it themselves. Israel created after World War II, 1948. Talk to me. Where was you at in 1948? 38, 28. Going through this. Hitler was doing everything he was doing. Now, hold up. Hold up. Now, here you go, black people. This is where you wake up. Got your ass. Got you. Here we go, right here. Press one. Okay. KevRow. Okay, don't you get it? President, emperor. Think of George Washington the same. President, emperor. President, that type of shit. Two different titles, same shit. Banker, war, jungle fucking fiend. Press one. I wouldn't be surprised if he was Pope Pius and Woodrow Wilson. I wouldn't be surprised. Because now I'm looking at them saying, geez, how are people was duped? They play color, black and white. This was pictures, yet they had video. They playing destroyed buildings in Germany and Russia. but they marching in Washington, right, with destroyed buildings. This shit is, and it's not weird. It's convicting. Fuck weird. Weird is leave spooky. No, it's a cover up of history by way of propagandists and television and theater. That's what we've been uncovering this whole time at KevRow University, up and down in time. Up and down, up and down. What happened to the blacks of World War One and Two? When did the SESQ Trust and all of these things take effect? Press one. Adolf Hitler had dolls in America. In what's that shit called? See, they just copied what they were doing in Germany and stole it. They already had them names ready to go, boy. They just flipped it because Britain owed you money. Dolls, Hitler and dolls. Google it. Hitler and dolls. They were doing that there. They were doing it here. Now, how did the Red Cross genocide all these black? Nobody. Why? Because the federal government is tied to the genocide, and you're going to realize that they're Nazis. Once the African American wake up, not white supremacists, no, they are their own worst nightmare. They are the Nazis. They're the boogeyman. Yep, let me ask you something. You ever seen now, Scooby Doo? I had you fucking running around the house. The man always got you running around the house trying to find out who did all the horror in the damn house. But weed smoking ass Shaggy, that damn dog, couple smart people, and that one funny ass car always find out the truth. Boogeyman is always the motherfucker who you was looking at the whole time. He right in front of you. They just never seen it. So, in a lot of ways, you got to look at a lot of these situations that way. When did the genocide happen? This was the same time Adolf Hitler, dolls. This is 10, 15, 20 years apart. These are the same people doing the same thing. Okay? They had militias. Federal government was paying militias to go and destroy black communities and making $5 Indians out of the people who, so it was viewed as, if you was a North African Frenchman or a white person from that was wanted the property or something, you just kill them and you could become a $5 Indian. Undead. And then you would just pretend that that's your dead people in them graves. Really, you from Ireland, Polish, Russia, really from Russia and Germany, because these are the children. They came over here and slaughtered you. You feel me? Tore down the first Columbia, what is that, Statue of Liberty, and raised this one. This is what it's all about. Again, it's the religion itself. It's the belief in their gods from a astrological perspective in this religion of science that has caused this genocide that gives them the thought process to say, oh, we need to change. When all they had to do was read the word. They're dealing with science where they got to create the horror for them to understand instead of following the law. They want to destroy and have an excuse for it and say, well, we learned from that one. Why y'all just can't get over it? Well, this happened in America. by Jewish people who were Russians and Jewish people who were German and Jewish people. But those Jewish people said that they were in the Holocaust and that they deserve all the American money. But that didn't happen in America. That happened in Germany. That didn't happen in America. Why? Why? You know why? Because they created that with the money you loaned them, your forefathers. Press one. Kev Gill's got facts, bro. You came over here and thought we was about to talk about some dumb shit. Look, the Dolls Plan, 1924. Press one. Look, ain't nobody running from Kev. Nobody running from me. Take this ass whooping, America. I'm bored. Press one. I'm bored. So what year? Told you. Charles Dawes. So what is the Dawes? What is it all about, y'all? I told you, we gonna follow the yellow brick road. Huh? We gonna follow the yellow brick road. All roads is gonna lead back to the Lloyds of London. Press one. Candace Owens. But let's stick to history real quick. All right. France, look, America lends money to Germany, which spent on building up the German economy. Germany is supposed to use the money and increase tax revenues to pay reparations to France. France pays back war loans and war bonds to USA and imports U.S. goods to rebuild France. So everything works with us as the head. But since you don't know you the head of household, let me stop right there. Let's get back to, let me get back. Let me show you what all this is. So they don't want to pay you back. They want France during this time. This is 1924. This is before what to do with the money to create Israel. Germany don't want to pay it back. But check this out. France joins Germany and the Nazis in the axis of evil. Why? Well, they had to because they can't pay back who were just genocided. So we need to cover this up. We can't pay back. What was it? So why were your things and why was the gold stolen? Now, yeah, I ain't got no beef with nobody. My truth gonna prevail. I ain't got to say nothing. It's just gonna pop. Why? Why did they steal your heritage? Did you lend them the money? They didn't want to pay back the loan. They didn't want to pay back the original loan. Oh, this is why you get reparation. They gave your reparations to Israel and Ukraine. That's what's going on here. So we have to, not just you, we have to make sense of it. And right here is a great place in history to start because all of these things going on in America at the time is the subversion and the identical. So you have to understand who we call in America at the time, which is the Victorian, who they call in the Victorian. You got me? That's going back to, this is why I keep a little pictures. These people, when you talk about war bonds, you see that cross around it, look, war bonds, sent they sons and daughters, okay? To war. Not to war, to rebuild, you get it? North Africa and establish Iberia. We establishing, bro. They say, Morocco was built by the Moors. You are your sons and daughters. Not some long time ago. No, the real Moor, the real ones got their names. The whole world is living off their names. Not with that red hat. They're complicit. They're black French, black German, black Swiss, all involved in this German French. It's not just white people. But they're all thriving. The whole world is on the shoulder of the Victorians who sent their firstborns and they never came home. Look at them iron crosses on their clothes like that. We be thinking iron crosses was only Germany. I just want to show you a few things, you know. I know why we broke. Somebody got to explain why we ain't got shit. Well, come on. So what happens here? Just a few grandmas ago, huh? RT. So boom. So boom. Uh. So we were forced to give up. There was tragic. There were floods at this time. There were floods. We was in camps. We were forced to give up to go to war. Once that war broke out, when your sons and daughters was over there, the motherfuckers was charging to bring your children home from war, from being over there. They went over and left them, bro. That's why the Hellfighters is so important, bro. Because they was it up, and they was deserted by their own. That's Emmett Till father and them. Y'all tripping, bro. The whole nation deserted them, bro. You know what a deserter is? Bro. And left them to fight, bro. By themselves. And didn't even record it in history. Don't even honor it in history. Left them in France to die and said they was getting at white women, even though France would tell you that was a lie, bro. France today has apologized for that transgression, bro. I'm going to keep it 100. That's wild. That's wild for all these people to sit and for black people not to be aware of these travesties. Why did these happen? I haven't found the why. Because you lent them, they took the money from America owes you. And all black people wasn't around at that time. And a good way to know who is these are the ones who were sent off to war who never returned. That's why a lot of these Africans be claiming black and don't want to know about the names and what come with it. They just want the reparation. That's why you gotta watch them. AB what? Them German blacks and all these foreign Nigerian blacks who be trying to ride the coattail when they're not the ones who sent their sons and daughters to war. They was in Africa. They was with France. They was with Germany. They forefathers go back to their motherland. Hit that like button and subscribe.
Not like.
So once you start viewing history appropriately and start seeing all skin folk is what our ancestors told us. That's the lost fucking history. Simple as shit. All skin folk. All skin people, bro. Now I understand why we have to identify ourselves in. We are not black France and we ain't black Germans and we ain't foreign and Dominic and none of that stuff and that's okay if you are, but our struggle goes back to the initial loan, not you and your reparations. Y'all came over here on the boat with them. You deserve reparations, and so does Ukrainians and other people from Germany and France who came over here under the 13th and 14th and took after the trust. KevRow. But if we don't know what Dawes playing and what the Dawes plays and how Walter Plecker, you notice how all these so-called African leaders appear to Frederick Douglass. I mean, not Frederick, excuse Marcus Garvey. Because Walter Plecker, another genocide, paper genocidist, who stole all the names off the what? Dawes Roll. There was a Dawes Plan, Dawes Roll, Dawes. The Dawes on the stock market. Dawes, you, scripture, soul, nations. Ah! You got to wake up, champ. You don't wake up, you're going to be lost at what you you're gonna be you're not gonna be aware. You know, you don't know what the end looks like. About dolls, bro, to keep a minor and to trade you on the stock market and them be the beneficiaries of your enslavement, bro. All of them, bro. All these celebrities, bro. Y'all gotta let that shit go. Make a celebrity out yourself. Fuck that. Yeah, fuck them, bro. No, a lot of these people are foreign and they're not gonna be attacked. They don't want you to know they came over here with this. So they want you to think the white man did it. The white man did it. So you looking at the white man like your ancestor. You don't even know how they programmed you. Let Kev get it out your little. It ain't just white people, bro. You know such thing as white people. There's these motherfuckers right here who stole everything and flipped everything, and inverted it. Like Peter, inverted it. So and gave what was due to you, their own people, and funded 14th, 13th, and 14th Amendment and genocide of you. They can take after the codicil trust beneficiary package. Y'all say, oh, white people are they benefit of something. There's some type of white privilege somewhere. It's money, nigga. You know when they say you can smell money? That's what the fuck you been smelling this whole time. Old truck. Do they get how? Privilege. But you have to be a beneficiary of the king, King George. And you don't know this, which was stolen by the Dawes Plan and the Dawes Rose. You know him as Hitler taking over the Jews in the movie. In real life, Charles Dawes, okay, black people, you shouldn't even be worried about this. You should be worried about this. That's him in his other role when he not fucking around. When was Congress created? You know what? I got so much in my brain. I have to go back into my notes and find out. But Congress was created to overthrow and overturn and disrupt the law of the land, God's law, King's law, all of the law, all law they do, everything, everything. I have no idea. That's why you got to. That's why you got to do that research and call it in real quick. Unbelievable. And they can't go against this. Look, somebody just text me. They used our kindness as a weakness, tricked us into trusting them, lured us to genocide, forged our paperwork, flipped the script, like we lived, like we lived. Daredevil. Well said. It's easy to see if you walking with Kev. Don't walk too far ahead. No, just stay right here. Chill out. They just flipped the script. They inverted time. They put all of their time. They made themselves Indian. Each one took part in your destruction. Rockefeller and them grabbed all the land. Carnegie. All of these are Russians and end up becoming presidents of the federal government, banking system, and pretty much enslaved and kept enslaving. White people wasn't able to sell their homes to black. They just phased out. Equation totally. You can't even sell to them. Don't do no white. Don't do nothing with them. They just subverted, went to war, created militias, slaughtered, hung, put on trains, genocide, put underground, put in major bodies. A lot of bodies in the Washington Square. 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people. found in Florida when the water receded. 20, 30, 40,000 people found in Washington Square. Yeah, buried right up under the, yeah, because Disney and the federal government builds on uh, the bodies of our fallen people who were genocided and fought against during the revolution. Press one. You don't know that. Look like alfalfa, huh? Dude, you don't know that. I had to rethink history like, damn, that means all happened. Yeah, right here. Motherfucker was fighting people all against the coast and all type of shit. Whole invasion. Yep. They told it like they did that to King George wanted to create slaves. Oh nigga. You created the slave. Slaves was free, or indentured workers were free from involuntary servitude 130 years before the banking system in America. In fact, that's why the banking system in America went against the king's orders. Press one. America needed slaves. And Great Britain, what they call Great Britain, or King George and all of the power structure it was illegal. That's what they was coming for. That's what they came for. You gotta put yourself back there. If it's a hologram app you need, or some virtual reality, you got to be able to use your imagination and go there. I don't know how you can. Only thing I can do is talk about it, help people understand my point of view. But Adolf Hitler is nothing more than a character, and in theater character, and in real it was Charles Dawes. The real culprit is the Dawes. Not one of these people, uh, not one of these people can say they're not German or Russian. Now, but no, no. So how did all the Germans end up in America if they didn't win the war? How did they all become federal nationalized citizens and become Americans? Who authorized that? Where did that money come from? It came from you. You funded the whole war thinking y'all was fighting somewhere else. Fighting these people. They great war veterans that's running around. They World War One and World War Two, and yeah, true. American Red Cross. You can type that in. Red Cross Holocaust. You can go break down the etymology of Holocaust. The burning of organic tissue. Press one, which takes us back. See what I'm saying? You were the one that has the Holocaust. It's called the American Holocaust. That's you. Holocaust. Burn them up, string them up, and burn them up. The Red Cross was used, press one, here we go, to do what, family? Come on, y'all. We back in class. The Red Cross was used to do what? Change the identities from Germans to American, and bring war a lot of citizens here by way of the Red Cross, and change their identities. The Red Cross is responsible for the genocide at the same time of African Americans in the early 1900s in World War One and World War Two. Harry S. Truman and these boys knew this. What was one of the first movies played at the White House? What? What was up with the black man? Is what? And that was what year? Okay, that was a few grandmas ago. Y'all playing. Y'all scared. Y'all afraid. So so they the only ones that was put on trains and brought to America in the early 1900s after the war. What, you wasn't put on no train? Why ain't no black people on these trains coming back? Why only foreign and Germans and London people from Russia? Why are they the only ones coming to America? How are they being adopted by the federal government? Who authorized this? You understand what I'm saying? Birth of a Nation, Woodrow Wilson. And who did I just bring up? Woodrow fucking Wilson family. You been living in a damn dream world, Neo. You been living in I wouldn't be surprised these bloodthirsty Nazi Germans was all him the whole damn time, just extermination after extermination after extermination after. And so I wouldn't believe that this nigga was Count Dracula himself. First one. Because again, who do we care? Who do we compare Woodrow Wilson to? Pope Pius. Kev Gill's already exposed all this. Remember, Nelda? So it feels good to know what's going on and how the Catholic Church, by way of the Red Cross, but see how you got to think? Look, you already know who's in charge of the Red Cross at the time. So the Catholic Church was involved in a genocide of African Americans. Yeah, the Catholic Church went in business with the see how fast I am? Yeah, I'm in third person. Now I'm talking to my damn self. You telling me they went, yep. See, what happened was the Catholic Church went into business with David Rockefeller, the devil himself, who stole all of the land. Hold up. Stop. Press one. See? Who, what, where, when, why, sometimes how, what the fuck? Get them. Press one, keep going. Press one, don't stop. What about plausible deniability? Press one. After we done with them, you think YMW Melly is having problems? You think that defense over there is having problems? You think I ain't taking notes? Boy, them boys over there like, woo, boy. Look like we some fucked up people. Look like to me, you, yeah. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his way. Press one, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. You gotta get it right while you got the time. And God damn it, you better not blow your mind. And that man, listen, family, that's why they was crying. That man in the mirror, he's the boogeyman. I'm gonna show you right now. Watch. It's gonna hurt a little bit. It's not gonna hurt Todd because Todd felt the blowback a long time ago. He's still here. That's why I thank my white friends who play basketball well. That nigga got a cold jump. That nigga's a Steve Kerr nigga. That nigga gets down. That's my dog. When that nigga shoot from the three, nigga, I'm already turned around. Hands throwing up bloods and crips and gang signs, all type of shit. That's my dog. Steve Kerr of the row. So listen, y'all. You gotta learn how to. I'm retarded, Todd. Don't play me no damn mind. If Corey don't come around no more, you're like, fuck Kev, but I can't. Corey just fuck with me on Instagram. Kev go too hard, bro. Gotta let it out, Corey. Allow me to get it out, bro. Woo! All right, look. This is Pope Pius. In my opinion, this is Woodrow Wilson trying to change his disguise with a pair of glasses. That's why. You feel me? And I say that because here's a picture of Woodrow Wilson. Press 1 later on. So Pope Pius did the Holocaust. Woodrow Wilson is a Holocaust man. You see? This is what I'm saying, black people. They can't look at themselves in the mirror. The Catholic Church and their Roman self are the executives of you. I found it. I found it, bro. They thought they can put on a pair of glasses and wait 10 years before they took another picture before we found their ass. Look, Mr. Gillespie has found, nigga, Adolf Hitler. Who was Hitler a Catholic? You damn right he was. He was Pope Pius, the King of Germany, a Catholic priest, church, and executive in the whatever the fuck I'm about to say, the federal government. I don't give a fuck. That's him. Okay? Stop making up horror movies of everybody else and demons like, you the one that God is coming for. You the one. And the real Jew, the real people who were genocided are who you call the Afro-Americans. Now, who are they? They the ones lost in space and time. Don't you get it? Am I relating now? Am I getting it right? Come on, man. I don't want to offend nobody. They the ones lost in space and time. What's space and time? It's a fucking theory that was caught up. Taj gonna tell you. It was a theory that was brought up early in America. They had to figure out what the fuck they was gonna do with your brain. And Albert Einstein created algorithm they wasn't ready for. Press 1. He created space and time for their ass. So, press 1. He gave the alternate space and time. You get it? What happened? Put the human body right here, E equals MC squared. Watch his brain. Now watch it. Now watch this. Now what happened in 1342? Oh, the white man was the king of the world, and then we were slaves, so I wouldn't know what was happening. You would have to tell me what was going on. You see what I'm saying? Why do they don't need an Adolf Hitler to do nothing to you from that perspective? Because now you are programmed. Now you're a white supremacist. Now you black. You don't have heirship. You claim black, and your ignorance is what supplies the world. You being black is what makes them able to tap into your king's trust, because you're dead and lost at sea. What trust? Well, they got you in a SQV trust, where you are dead at sea. Well, you were lost at sea because you went to war, like we were talking about earlier. So on the birth certificate, you're what? Black, lost at sea, put into a private what? Put on a dolls, numbers started rolling. And since you black, you don't have access to, if you were white, you would have access to but you're black, right? Your mama black, your daddy black, your numbers go there. But wait, as black people, what's my history? Oh, you come from Africa. But I'm in America. How did this happen? Oh, because you're black, you got Black History Month. It's going to show you all about how you were brought from Africa and you didn't know how to talk. The only thing the white man gave you, which would be us, was the word of God, law. And you've been now a slave. You were a slave. Now you're free. And here's Martin Luther King. Malcolm X was shot. And we're working and getting better at not doing things to you. Okay? Hope you make it, champ. That's one. Got it? All right, fucking shit. Look, bro, I just started reading the SQV Trust Act of 1666. So said will be a great at this SQV Trust Act by the Catholic Church. You see that? The Catholic Church and the SQV Trust Act of 1666. Now, what's the devil's number? What 666? Press 1. The devil, the Antichrist. Now, why? I mean, not the Antichrist. Well, the man of sin. The man of sin is who? The man sitting in the replacement of sin. Well, who's sin? Peter. Or the Christ, the false Christ that was risen to validate their existence. Come on, King. Talk to me. Thank you for letting me in. As my man Apocalypse said in that great movie. Motherfucking press one. Thank you for letting me. Like this feeling. Yeah, I'm on fire this morning. I love that. Let me see who. Let me go out there. 424-209-9506. See, this SQV Trust made you dead, made you black, made you dead at sea, made you retarded. Think about it. You ain't being right now. You have a birth certificate, a privilege. You got flipped into an amending 14th Amendment citizen. You were made a criminal, 13th Amendment. They criminalized and they criminalized you in the 13th and stole your inheritance in the 14th. Flipped it. They made you incompetent. What is incompetent? Unable to read the law. They put the Bar Association over you. The bar cut you off from understanding the law. Now you need a translator to understand law. Who comes in as in the Bar Association? Well, what you want? The Lloyds? What you want? You feel me? Because they're in charge of the trust now. Come on now. Didn't the Lloyds of London admit to their part in what? Slavery? Genocide. Genocide. So it's what do you reparations for? Well, there was a crime, a genocide committed. First, you have to charge them with a crime. But first, before you charge them, you got to know what the crime is. You got to do as much research like YMW Melly of the crime. Got me? So the crime is genocide.
Unknown caller.
This is genocide, champ. That's the crime.
Say it.
Say it. Talk to me, champion.
What's good, Kev?
What's up, champ? Talking to the people this morning, having a great discussion, bro. Go ahead.
Bro, I think I got something, bro.
Go ahead.
This all leads back to the British East Indian Company.
Yes, sir.
And how the British East Indian Company turns into the Red Cross.
Oh my gosh. Say that one more time, champion.
The British East, the whole conflict happened with the British East India Company, and the British East India Company turns into the Red Cross.
Now, who owned the British East Indian Company?
King George?
That's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And he gave it
talk
over
to
to
the
France
people.
because he was fighting with France.
He was fighting with who?
France.
With France.
Yep, and the control of the East Indian Company was given over to the French.
Aren't the
I guess
French?
they became
French,
the trustees.
They became. Aren't the French the Germans? Are Nazis?
Yes.
Aren't there French Jews too?
Yep.
So they all three of them. They all of them. Ain't majority of the French Catholics?
Yeah.
Okay, then go ahead, King.
So my question is, well,
Ooh, we smart, bro.
right, bro. How did the Red Cross turn from the French to the?
How did the Red Cross
I guess it'd be the Dutch?
get so many ships? That's the real question. Well,
Ships were
they had
funded
all the
through the
ships
Red Cross. I mean, through the British East Indian Company.
Right.
That would be what the people started.
Bingo.
Oh, let me look at something real quick. I was just looking at this.
Take your time. I'm here, chap.
Hold on one second, Kev. They were called Here goes ships. Ships to the East Indian Company were called Indiamen ships, or simply Indiamen. Their names were sometimes prefixed with the initials HCS, standing for the Honorable Company Service,
So they're
or
just
Honorable
Indians.
Company ships,
So they
such as
nationalized
vessel
Indians.
HCS 1809.
So they're Indians.
That's what it seems like.
Because they on that ship. They're Indians. They're all of the
But
ship.
they would be British names, right?
What would be British name?
The names on the ship.
Of course they would. I'm talking about yeah. I was talking about the people on that motherfucker. The coup after the coup, but go ahead. After the
Yes,
they're
yes,
tied to the
yes.
ship. We're tied to the land.
Right.
Pirates of the Caribbean type of shit. They're tied to the ship. We're tied to the land. We're Superior Court. They are what?
Through the company.
Bingo, bro.
So those would be your indentures on the ship.
Bingo. That's why I said it the way I said it. Those would be your indentured workers. They turned over the ship. They fought against the true captain or it was like a coup d'etat. So why of course.
Yeah. Is that why they're supposed to be Indian reserves?
Reservations?
Yeah, the reservations.
Well, they nationalized themselves. They had to come up with a history and say they were here before legally. They were here before anyone else.
So the reserves weren't given through George. They were given through the federal government.
That's the Federal Reserve Bank.
Okay.
I mean, there had to be a reserve. There was forts, there was this, there was that, there were banks. But I'm saying there's the Federal Reserve. There's this reserve, people who run this.
All the bankers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bankers are what faith? What religion are they?
Catholic.
Okay, so where do they normally operate and hide money and make it themselves untouchable? Where's that at?
That would be Switzerland, the offshore banking.
Yes, sir. That's where everything and who's in control of that? Who does the Swiss bank hold that money for?
For the Pope.
That's right. Who stole it from who?
King George.
Well, they
So that
stole
would
the
put
resources from the people after the king passed.
Right, from the people.
Yeah, because the king, the Pope, and Rockefeller went into business together. That's what it means to sell. The church sold out. The Catholic Church and Rockefeller are one. That's the whole invasion. Rockefeller, all of them are Catholic. They're all from this. But they're also Russian Catholics, Orthodox.
All operating through London, right?
That's where the false state, I believe the state of London. Oh, I forget what it's called. It's just city of London. That's not real. That's just a bank. That's where the Lloyds operate. That's the Wizard of Oz. We'd already caught him.
Okay, so let me tell you this. The East Indian Company was originally called the Governor and Company of Merchants of London Trading in the East Indies. But so my question, this is the way I'm thinking about it, Kev. They were operating through London through the Virginia Company, not the East Indian Company.
Yeah, we see.
All
But
the way up
remember,
to
it was a
the-
joint stock company.
Right.
You just brought up something. Who's the Virginia company? Who's that?
That would be the original colonies.
That's the king, bro.
Right.
Come on, bro. The Virginia company, Plymouth Rock, dual stock, joint stock company. the East Indian Company went bankrupt, losing all of their stock. King George possesses everything. He gave it to the people.
Yeah.
He gave his sovereignty and his freedom and made that a do not touch sovereigns, royalty. But we just solved
Yeah.
it right there. There it is.
So everything under the East Indian Company would be your 50 nations, all of that, fighting
Yeah,
against
because they had to take over,
the land.
retake over the Americas after the passing of George the Great. Because that's that cash system. That's that India uh cash system that's that banking system that people impoverish again and keep their heads in space and time. Just like in India or all these other religious places are like the way that they are. That's what makes us different. Is class ecclesiastical all found off the principle God, the word of God, and all that. And anything against that, Magna Carta of things, threat, humanity. It's a even itself. So the East Indian Company versus the Virginia Company, you know, because the Virginia
Yeah,
Company is Virginia. Who established all of these things? What came from the
that's what
Virginia
Jamestown
Company?
is.
Huh?
That's what Jamestown is.
Okay, so that's where Jamestown is, and they were the original ones who had freedom, right? Freedom and sovereignty and all that on
Yeah,
this land, all by way of the
yeah.
king.
That would be the original government of the land.
That's the original government of the land. America founded like the founding fathers, Virginia, but America is against what? The founding, because America is
Right.
funded by who? They are the bankers. That's the false, the rapids. The rapids that out of the water commerce.
That's the dead state. That's Mort
That's the
Maine.
dead
They
state.
have
SQV
they have the
trust.
land in Mort Maine.
Say it again.
They have the land in Mort Maine.
In Mort Maine. In a dead state. In dead hand.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
people
Kev, I
are
ain't want to
made.
hold you though.
Thank you, chap. My man, thank you.
No problem.
My man said pulling up. And then they throw you as black. Now you stateless, refugee. Black, you dead. And you worship the God of the dead. Press one. Let's be honest, bro. And you worship the God of the God, the Prince of Darkness. Kev, cold. Boom. 424-209-9506. Now you put in the SQV trust. 14 for boom. Now they digging into your trust, but all of these crime bills. Feel me? Your reparations from all that is crack pipes, packages, dope, all that other. Those are all the reparations you're gonna get is health response, dope, and trauma that right. Feel me on a paper sheet, chart, ledger. Pay attention. But going back to this, Woodrow Wilson will be more. How did I find that? Following the yellow brick road. What was going on this time? What was going on this time? And who was in power? We're really looking at these people. Wait a minute. That's what you call it. Literally. That's what you call it. You know? So these are the things you say, wait. And what did Harry S. Truman have to do? Who were the presidents What's going on? Dolls playing, genocide, rain, hurricanes, red, like he just cross conversion, taken from originated where? Take notes. 424 209 9506. Sign up to the Patreon. Patreon.com/ Kev Gills TV. Support the broadcast. Contribute to the Cash App. My cash tag is Gills Gang. Shout out to Taj, RT Bell, Ali Ware, Betty Hampton, Jason Harris, and Mr. Jefferson for today's program. Shout out to y'all keeping this conversation rolling. But anyway, that's what's important. How did you end up in a dead state? How did your leaders become the same people who put you in the Holocaust and failed to recognize it? You know where your Holocaust goes? To a state that was founded in 1948. But before that, they had a Dawes plan and a Dawes roll to knock you off and genocide you. Margaret Sanger and her army and their army and all of these things that was going on to help genocide and the felicitate arena where genocide, homicide, uh, sexual genitalia mutilation, burning, crucifixions, hangings were all left to mob rule, which is against your own Geneva Convention. Look at that. Pain to think that this was all happening in one wave, in one time. It's so cruel they had to spread out time to make it feel less of a blow. Damn. The trauma was so intense that they had to spread it out over time that doesn't exist, nigga. That's how cold the trauma that they put you on, that they put you in. So thinking, man, what was our people going through at the time? We the aftermath. We're like on autopilot. So going back to the source is important. So America, the Catholic Church, oil tycoon, tech companies, people who profited, the corporations who profited from the theft of your land, to the old people who had patents, all of this is on the line when thinking like this. All of this. World fairs, all of this is on. That's why I be kind of pissed off, like, damn, the fellas at? Because this is very important. But at this point, if you choose to speak, that's on you. If that's I appreciate you. Because this is what it's about right here. World fairs that happened and went down. All of these world fairs could have been extermination camps. World fairs could have been extermination camps. For all I give a damn. Dressed up real nice. Dressed up real nice. Because at this time, the Red Cross was in possession of all of your shit. And that was neo-Nazi ran by the French who were in collusion of overthrowing the government that was in place here. So how are we taking their story of account for what happened? How did they give you all over the place? How did you get injected? How were you sterilized? How were you experimented? This was all by way of the Red Cross, funded and orchestrated by the Catholic Church, who were filled with neo-Nazis sent to genocide you off your land, off your property, all the way back there. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe. It'll never stop me from talking because this is me naturally. Turn the camera on. Now do you see why I fight? Because the ancestors in the ground cry out for you. That's why. They crying out for you. The ancestors who were lost at sea, who went off to war or to build up Africa and North Africa and Europe, and were left to die and be executed by French and Americans and never to return home. Yeah, and never given a decent military because military deserted them and accused them of looking at white women in France. So Emmett Till's father met the same demise as his son. Could you believe? What are the odds of that? I'm just trying to get to the why, and we're finding that the why is because you, our king, they took the trust and funded themselves and gave themselves a great theatrical war. Press one. Now this is going back to war bonds and donate your sons, and they needed your sons to come back home. We'll help you do it. Oh, that was J.P. Morgan. Oh, we'll help you bring your sons home. Oh yeah, you were forced. They held your sons hostage, but they wasn't really being held hostage. They were being executed. They were all signed up to war. Come on, come on now, come on. Let's be real. They were sent off to war. So if Pope Pius participated in the Holocaust, and that's really him, and it was all about money, that mean press one, all 10, 20 million people that the so-called Russian czar, press one, had, hit that like button, which was a person who looked like J.P. Morgan Jr. again, press one. That mean all that came from this might get a little ugly. That means all of them bodies that's at the bottom of the Catholic Church could possibly be the long lost heroes in America, pressed from America. It's going back to here, the catacombs of Rome, and why they are in possession of skulls and bones. Press one. Hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that cash app. My cash tag is Gills Gang. Giving shout outs and all that. What up? You see why they honoring the Jubilee? They are the people. That's why. If they honor the Jubilee, they got to return the loan. They got to give the landowner back, and the people will thrive. Back its possessions. And its prized possession is its people, its name, its identity, who they are. You see that? The biggest blessing of all. Who they are, their name. That's deep. That's deep. That's redeemed. Change virtue. Alley of the dry bones. Dead must be raised. You must give them their names. You must return their dead. Give them who they are. Honor the oath, the covenant. That's insane, bro. Look at RT. Honor the original track. Honor the original covenant. Our boys home. Give uh reclassify children of these heroes, great heroes of the past who fought and died. Honor fighting you. Dirk, mindset, Germans, Russians, black people fought against your religion, your faith. That's that's that is I mean all them little boys, Hitler's nurses, girls who nurses, all of this Russia is a way of life. from Woodrow Wilson, Pope Pius, both being around, and we already know about the Red Cross and concentration camps. We also know the Red Cross was. We also know that America was filled with concentration camps. Why? How do you know that? Because the Red Cross had you in as free as true. Woodrow Wilson. I mean, Pope Pius. Y'all not understand what they at. They got army. Them is German Nazi type of coming for. Where they going? Where they going? Why can't they allow you? Won't be able to breathe. Don't land on islands. Come back over time. U.S. loans Germany money to pay reparations. Okay? Germany pays back allies on agreed upon lower rate. Press
Unknown
one.
caller. Call from
England and France pays the U.S. back. Did they ever pay us back? No, you were genocided.
No.
Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
What's up, Professor? This is Rico.
What up, Rico?
Man, he going hard. He going hard today, man. Just appreciate you for another day of information. I sent you in a little something on Instagram. I know you're talking about Woodrow Wilson and Pope Pius right now and bringing it in, tying it in with the Dogs playing. And I was doing a little research on it recently, and I sent you somebody named W.D. Griffin. And the reason why I sent you him is because he created The Birth of a Nation and another movie called Intolerance. And what I've been feeling like, I had been chilling, researching for a little while. Not my bad. I had been chilling while y'all was doing the research over the metaphysical and things of that nature. I had just been sitting back listening because I didn't really know what it was all about. So I was glad that y'all was able to present it and bring it in the way that y'all did. So, you know, it helped me feel like that flashpoint that you were speaking of and how they used not only movies but the allegory and like romanticism of the Bible instead of us being able to understand the Bible in the physical and like you said in nouns and matter of fact. They got us romanticizing about it. And that dude I just sent you, W.D. Griffin, he looked just like Woodrow Wilson and Pope Pius. But, you know, he could just be a different character. But the reason why I'm just bringing him up is because The Birth of a Nation really, to me, is what put all the foreigners who could have been indentured workers at that time into their mind play of, let's get ready for war, if the war didn't already happen yet. You know what I'm saying? And why I feel like this is important is because they had the Panama World Fair 1915 in San Francisco. And a lot of what was being presented in this one little video was something that you brought about in the I'm trying to think about the show.
Bro, 1 second. You said he looked like
yes, sir.
He looked like he can be Woodrow,
Woodrow Wilson and Pope Pius,
without the glasses on.
Come on now, and he the father of film, bro. He like to make they give him the most credit of creating the film, but he more importantly was they uphold him because he started the first war film, anti-war film, which again put all foreigners because he showed the movies all around the world, A Birth of a Nation. So Birth of a Nation really to them was they said a second coming of the Ku Klux Klan, which really could have been only the first coming because when we think about the Reconstruction Civil War era, we know that can be really time immemorial because what you're really showing is just focusing in on that 1900s area of really the coup d'etat happening. So, like I said, when he created this movie, he created about 500 other microfilms prior to Birth of a Nation.
Yes.
But like I said, I think that was just them trying to put out as much propaganda to their fellow people and trying to get them on the same mindset of how we're going to be able to even speak about this 100 years later. So it was a lot of.
So how is this guy becoming different characters, bruh?
Man, that's why, Professor. That's why I really appreciate it because I just sat back and I looked. I said, hold on. Now he looking like Woodrow Wilson in there, and he got this Thomas and Nietzsche and a couple other characters that's right there in the film industry with him. And what happened? Let me tell you this. What was very important too was his film Intolerance. You see, that's when you do the research, it's the fall of Babylon. So he's showing an epic portrayal of a fall of Babylon, a crucifixion of Jesus, also a war that's taking place, like World War I that's getting ready to take place, and also a Civil War reenactment. So it's 4 movies in one, and it's called Intolerance.
Okay,
and
so we should get that and show that in class on the Discord for the students so they can get a grasp on that. I'm gonna look for that, but go ahead, champion. Go ahead. That's insane.
So by him tying all these movies together, it was help them to bring out of the allegory into like a physical, romanticized mindset of, once we start this war, this is what is going to be probably portrayed. I'm not sure, again, if it already happened when we was captive, because you can see people
so
as they put out Birth of the Nation.
The movie. History is the movie.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like he's such an important character, because all the directors that became movie directors after the movie Intolerance came from his set on the movie Intolerance. So his movie and the stuff he created set off Hollywood pretty much, and set off this the way that they were going to tell movies from now on. So he was the person who set this forward and stuff like that. And so by him doing that, like I say, I feel like what you just did for us too, Professor, which was very important, was brought us out of the allegory back into biblical scripture and show that all this comes from
control
come on now.
Of this situation. See, which you probably don't know is you're right. Taking it from the allegory and finding and getting as close to the individuals who hated and individuals like this character. This, if let's just go off the theory, has set himself up not only to be himself.
Come on now.
All within the theater of.
Yes, sir.
And this is nothing more. This could be a real Walt Disney, but go ahead.
Yes, sir. And it said, and what was important was on that microfilm that he showed in Panama. I sent you a picture of it.
Disney created the storyline in the theater, but the mind, he got the credit for Disney and the reason behind the international corporations being able to do what they're doing today as what they're doing. But this could have been...
And he's funded by everybody, the Rockefellers, Woodrow Wilson. It's like Woodrow Wilson gave him a pat on the back for creating Birth of a Nation, but then when you just brought up Woodrow Wilson, I'm like, dang, it looked like he gave himself a pat on the back.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, and when I was talking with the show...
You ever seen that wrestler who patted himself on the back?
Yeah, I seen him. I don't know the rest of the name, but I just seen the little clip of him before.
Yeah, he didn't pat himself on the back. But go ahead. You know how they say, Pat, go ahead and honor yourself. But it's like
when I think about the man in the high council.
Huh?
Now you keep going. I'm gonna bring it in after you give me your business.
Yeah, he just he's giving me that mind control-ish, not neo-Nazi, because when you think about Operation Paperclip or like the mind control that they had through by way of theater, to look at this guy and not ever seen but can see him, that's crazy, bro.
And that's why when you even talking about it, like the man in the high castle, because this is what really made me zone in on him, because he put on there, the portals of the president are open to the citizens of the world to enter. So in the 1915 Panama Exposition, this is where he showed this little 9-minute clip of it. It was called The Jewel City, and pretty much it was a little silent film, but pretty much he was dropping a little gems in there where it was pretty much showing the people that out of the ruins of what was being created is portals open for people to come into the new world. Pretty much is what I was getting. So I got like the idea of that part that you show in The Man in the High Castle, when you see the people coming back in through the portal, as again, there would be that dual citizenship status, being able to come through the Great War. Even if it hadn't taken place at that time, is again him letting them know that once we take over like this is what the possibilities could be and stuff like that. So, like I said, I was in here with an electrician yesterday who was German, and it was just crazy for him to be able to speak about the Inaki or speak about Inky, Sticky, Inky, and him understanding the Bible from a theological perspective, understanding that it's real law, because he said, hey, I done been to the court 20 times. I use a lawyer, but he said, I know how to use the lawyer to be able to beat my traffic tickets. So he was an electrician, but he understood. He's like, I'm German born. He said, my people didn't get here to the 1800s. He was also saying that, but trying to get me off of my mark, Professor. I wasn't trying to argue with him. I was just having an open conversation, but I'm only here to be able to understand it because of you and the great knowledge that you've been bringing. So as he was trying to bring me back into romanticism and allegory about the Bible, I understood what the real law capabilities is about it, and what it means to, again, like you said, be tied to the land and not out there in space with your mind and with thinking about all this stuff in the metaphysical. So he kept trying to bring up metaphysical things, trying to bring it back to 25,000 years and, just multiple things. But it just helped me understand that through the mindset of these movies, because he actually spoke about one of the people that was in the era in the film business, and that's kind of what made me research too. But it's the fact that he had this knowledge on the back of his hand with everything else he can do, but it was to throw me off my mark and keep me off my mark. So if I didn't know what I knew from you, Professor, and the spirit of truth, then I would have been able to, I'm going to say this, it was a good possibility that I could have went back into space with the things he was saying and trying to get me out of the Bible. Because he would say, hey, yeah, the Bible is kind of real, but it was taken from Inky. I was like, dang, we just was listening to Billy Carson, so, and them and stuff like that. But it's just so surprising that you would bring up Inky and then try to bring it back to 25,000, 300,000 years, whatever, but also know the real law capabilities of the Bible and how the Catholic Church took it over. He was speaking about Hitler and how the guy who funded Hitler, I remember Taj brought that up. He was like, it was a guy that came out and funded Hitler with bullion and stolen gold and stuff like that. And so when you bring it back up to Dawes plan, I'm like, these people know. It's people right now living their everyday life of multiple nationalities that understand what's going on in real time. And I really appreciate you, Professor, again, waking this up each and every day for the ones who can hear and the ones that can see, to wake up and try to understand what's really going on as we taking this one day at a time, one step at a time, Professor.
Sorry about that. Like you'd be like, hey, if you would know that this was Margaret Sanger. These are the same individuals that was with Margaret Sanger's Russians and people who wanted to take your trust. Germanic, Russian, Stalin, Hitlerish. They don't have anything. There's nothing there. Everything lies. So when I put up that photo with Margaret Sanger, people who helped genocide you, well, look at this. Now, if I show you this, how many of y'all know Moore's World TV? How many of y'all know more? Our good friend. Their whole thing is they work for them, not Moore's work for them. They are with the French. What I'm saying. So to perceive history correctly, you must know where everybody stands, what side they stand on. That's not you. That's the Moroccan, North African, converted Frenchman, converted Russian, converted. This is your brother Polites. This is your Anton Daniels. This would be Inky, Stinky Inky. This is Morris World, right? Come on, y'all. I know y'all be they are in collusion. The first peace treaty they ever had was with who? America, the corporation. Now, what's the difference between him and this man here? What's the difference? Because we talking this shit here. What's the difference between these men right here and this dude right here? Nothing. A stolen hat. But this guy will be right here. Look. Y'all, they together. Black Russians, Germans, all of them together. I love this. I love questioning history, asking the correct questions. Y'all know. Press one. They press one. So this the picture I was referring to earlier. Them, that's them dudes right there. Are they daddies? "424." Where the fellas at? Where the fellas at? We back in class. What's this? We're back in class. Where you at, fella? You gonna go another semester? We're back in class. Press one. He called himself King George. There they go right there. Kev Gills. Look. Where's Taj? Taj, you don't see this? It's the shit that brings sand out the water. Don't tell me you know all the allegories and the raps. And you extra this one and the champ of the world, Taj. Don't tell me you just caught in the allegory of things and you don't know this. Huh? Don't tell me you caught up in the allegory of things and don't know this. Did you see Said wondering all up in the damn science? He was just fucking, he was writing defense on that shit. You gotta know this. How can you say you got it? And you gotta know this. Hit the like button. See what I'm saying? Stolen valor. Now it's King George descended, and this is how your shit was whitewashed right there. Look. These are workers. This ain't real. That's not a real person right there. holding the. That's not real. That's not real sovereignty. These names, King George, they don't even have. George is not even a name that you would write in Russia. Press one. They talk in a whole different language, and it's not King George language. Sovereignty for black people. It ain't that. So identifying who people are is what the class is made of. Getting an accurate timeline. They got a timeline, don't they? What's the timeline? Let's see where they're at. 1738 to 18. Time. Fine. Press one. So, King George, George Washington, sovereignty, same things, king and president. George and George. George Washington, but then you would have to know their name. Who did they steal this from? Who did they steal these identities from? Now you got to know who King George. Then you would know who the true queens of the earth by airship, not alien. Airship. Hit that like button and subscribe. Airship. Oh my goodness, I'm starving. Oh my goodness. Yeah, by airship. So how do you do that? Well, you have to go back in time. 1700s, because that's where they placed them. No, they didn't exist here. They didn't have king airship. They're Russian. See that? They Margaret Sanger here in the corner took part in the genocide of the real people, hanging and put in furnaces, and federal government allowed this person genocide. You got that? So once you understand why there's a king over you and why they stole their sovereignty, their king, they took your king and took the beneficiary pack and gave it to Margaret. That's why you had to go. They had to take your children away and genocide you. And Planned Parenthood is so that you don't have a name, ladies. So your sons won't pass down their names. You've been whitewashed. You're being encouraged to destroy your son's heritage. Destroy the last names of your forefathers. What is that called? Dowries. There it is again. 33%. We got a lot of things going on in the community when it comes to our generation waking up to the transgressions of our forefathers, whether it be white, black, Russian, Jew, Gentile, whatever. Everybody has a waking up and a responsibility rectifying this, because it's going to take, as I pay for my lunch, continue to let y'all know what's going on, how to eat. But yeah, they all came here with the plan. And where did your trust money go? Where did your money go? After the genocide and your man never made it and you being Sescu trust, all of these things. Who has the trust? Who's in charge of your estate? Well, City of London. The Lloyds, world's leading insurance market, and enslavers. Candace Owens, and right here on Lime Street. You know why it's called Lime Street? Well, it's the same reason why you watch the Yellow Brick Road. It's Lime Street. Press one. Who in control over there? Was the queen a neo-Nazi? Yes. Was the Queen a neo-Nazi? Did she support Margaret Sanger? Was that a military for the women? Came in as nurses and euthanizers? Press 1 to do what? Genocide. African Americans who own property here in the Americas. Make way for the big oil tycoon back east. Again, Sescu v. Trust. Now we're dealing in insurance markets. Uh, all of these people who took part in managing your estates. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Shout out to Bocat with that Cash App, man. God bless you, champ. Man, I just keep working. Work. And so from the destruction, your social security numbers are SSA, Social Security Acts and stuff like that. Wasn't we just talking about the Social Security Acts? The SSA? What did that have to do with anything? We have to begin to remember, fellas, and take notes, bro. What was the SSA? What's that purpose? Now your numbers is fluctuating 1 through 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you hear. Who names are being used? Okay. I'm ready, bro. So that's why you got to watch it. Not everybody are of reparations. Not everybody is of, but everybody has to stand on. It must be given to them. Everything, because it was their sacrifice, their sons, their daughters. Got me? It was their sacrifice. It was their sons and their daughters who went and were genocided. And people stole their legacy. The only war that they fought was the war against you, and they won because you didn't understand. These people can do such a thing. This wasn't a part of any type of dignitary, no type of respect for no law, nothing. This was an all-out coup d'etat all over what you call America to this day to destroy African American. Who you calling African American? Wasteful trust created by they created the wasteful trust. That's how the minor estate stays afloat, because in the real trust there is no wasteful spending. It's for them to do any wasteful spending. We couldn't, and that's crazy. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
What's going on, Kev? This B calling in.
B, what up, champ?
Man, what I've been doing, I've been trying to put it all together and to understand how I could even explain everything that you're explaining. Going back to the air.
What do you mean? Explain everything that I'm explaining. What you mean? Explain it what?
Well, just being able, like, I talked to my brother-in-law, and I let him listen to your videos. He asking me certain questions and things, and just putting it in simple terms to where they can understand.
Okay,
I'm still trying to, yeah, I got a little echo, but I was looking at how you was talking about how they stole everything, and then I was looking at notes from the heirs of freedom and liberty, and it was talking about how the lady was talking about how property can only devolve into a body politic by trust.
Go ahead. You're right.
Okay. I was looking up body politic just to, to understand the terms.
Yes, sir.
it was saying the people of a nation, a state, or society considered collectively as an organized group of citizens.
Yes.
So they form their own body politic
Yes.
to steal the trust, if
Yes.
I'm understanding correctly.
Yes, sir.
All right, and it says it devolved into a body politic. I looked at the definition of devolve. It was to transfer or delegate power to a lower level.
I told you, a minor estate.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah. And it says especially from central government to local or regional administration.
So, oh my goodness, this is perfect.
So I'm looking at it like, okay, George Washington Gillespie, he had one estate, like he was teaching us.
Listen,
was
y'all,
one.
listen to this brother right here. There is one estate. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, one estate. And with them devolving it, they breaking it down. So now you got one estate, then it turned into now 50 states.
That's right. It goes into 50 states. Go ahead.
Right, and that helped me to
administrative.
understand.
It's not even. It's an administrative. What do they call it?
They call it. Hold on, let me.
We just
yeah,
said
it was regional administration.
Go ahead.
From central government to local or regional administration. So basically, local government is regional administration. And that go back. Is that going back to parceling? Like parceling everything out?
Yes, sir.
And
going back to
I was like, man,
go ahead, champion.
Yeah, and then when they're talking about C press, the ability to change the trust, the trust busting.
Yeah.
Going back to trust busting, and everything, and then they got the statutes of uses, the operating of the trust, charitable trust,
yes,
and fraudulent deeds. Like the whole thing is a fraudulent deed.
Yes, sir.
So it
the
really
whole
can't
administration
stand.
set up and is a huge fraud. It's a fraudulent deed. Go ahead, because the original deed is that of George. Go ahead.
Right, and that one body part, and they devolved it based on, even by definition, when you look at it, they devolved it and changed the power. Like changed the power to a lower level. And I was just like, man, wow, man, everything. I'm just trying to put it together where I could even speak to it, the way it's supposed to be translated. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. What do you think about damn, I like the way you said that. What do you think about Woodrow Wilson and Pope Pius?
Man, that's the same guy. There they go, back what we was talking about, the Back to the Future deal, and where they can't be in the same place at the same time.
Yes, sir. That's the yes, sir.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. We seeing it all over again. You proved it with Albert Einstein, and then now we seeing it with Pope Pius and Woodrow Wilson. One more thing I did, I went back, I got the Aaron's Rod book,
yes,
and
sir.
I was reading it before, but like when you reading and rushing through things, I said I wanted to go back and read it and get a better understanding. And something jumped out to me I was like, man, what does this mean? It's on the first chapter. He was talking about, let me put it was Synagogue Magna.
Go ahead.
And I looked that up, and then a picture came up with I think I sent it to you. I don't know if you got it or not. it's where they got a crucified picture of Christ, and you know how we was talking about how he was stabbed, and on that picture they got like a cup, like they getting the blood from his side.
Okay.
And I was like, man, and that's it was asking, does God have only one blessing on the picture? And I said, oh man, that's them tapping into the trust right there. If we take the allegory and put it in, put it how it's supposed to be,
they
that's
used it by crucifying the king, and they tapped in.
crucifying the king and
I
tapping
got
into
you. I
the
got what you're
trust.
saying.
And then on the other side, they got a blindfolded woman with the law in her hand.
Okay.
And what I got out of that is them barring us from the law. We blinded to the law. We don't understand. It's a broken staff. She holding a broken staff and the law. And then on the other side, you got them holding up this cup, tapping into the trust. And I was like, wow, man, I want to just send that to you and to show you what I got just from reading just the beginning of it. I'm gonna keep going through it and seeing what else we can find in there, because George Washington Gillespie was breaking it down. It's just about understanding what he was saying.
With George, and he was using the Bible, ecclesiastical law, to combat the Catholic Church or the banking church, the church bank, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, they one and the same.
Yes, sir.
And the name of the picture is crucifix with the ecclesiastica, the synagogue, and it's in Notre Dame. So, and then at the bottom of his feet, they got a skull. So they know what they doing. Like, they putting it in all their allegories and everything, man. They know exactly what they doing. It's just about us understanding. I appreciate you breaking everything down and helping me to be able to, even when I see they statues and pictures, I can kind of understand, like, wow, they just putting it right in our face.
Right. Well, they had to come up at this time to make up an alternate theory.
Right.
They needed to be able to tell, put themselves in our history a specific way to validate their Indian story, their nationality, and but they never told you you're a product of the Magna Carta. That the honor go all the way up that high to even to know what that is, So yeah.
And they considering us incompetent because they like, man, we taught them the wrong way. They not even, they don't have enough sense to even know this them. So yeah, you are incompetent for even believing this.
For you to believe in their historical account and not challenge them is what makes you
right.
If you don't have the sense to speak, talk on this level of communication, you are in fact incompetent from having a regular conversation. Kevin Gillespie, you incompetent, okay? Because we talking Canaan law, all this SESQV trust that came in. Look, Canaan law 1299. Any administrator or executor who fails to fully disclose an existing SESQV relationship in the likeness or name of a person being offended, offered a benefit before them constitutes a fundamental fraud. And see, but if you don't, I apologize.
No, it's okay. I understand, bro. When it like learning these terms too, like you said, get the dictionary to understand the terms, because if you don't understand the terms, you'll never understand fully what they saying. And the more I do it, I'm like, man, it's crazy. Like you will be considered incompetent. Because
you El Campos Mentos, you go to Disneyland. I said El Campos Mentos. I don't came up with a new name. I called you the ignorant one, the Wonderland man. But You know, you believe in time, the land before time. That makes you crazy. You never
You stuck
question.
in the abyss of time.
Say that again.
They say they got us stuck in the abyss of time. We just going further and down,
Yeah.
swirling into all kind of allegory,
Yeah.
not even understanding what they saying. It's a foreign language to us. Even though they speaking supposedly English, but the terms they using, it's like how they look at us in the hood. We use different slang terms. They want to know what that means. They want to understand what we saying all the time. We need to be like that with the law and with even with the allegories. Understand they slang. If not, we lame.
That's
not
facts.
knowing.
And can lames inherit the kingdom?
No, sir, they cannot.
Is that a law?
No lames. That's law. That's word. That's script.
How could you go to the kingdom? How could you be an heir of the kingdom and you're meant to uphold the law and you can't uphold the law? You don't even know what the law is. You're a lame. And you might be a flat-nosed, incompetent person who penis don't work. Because God said even if your penis, if you're not
the flat-nosed penis. You a flat nose, bro. You a flat nose lame. You can't get in. You flat nose lame.
When I read these things, man, I said, man, this comedian ever, how could we not just try to obey this guy? That's unbelievable. Like, he points out Peter in every way that he can, and we just like, yeah, he was great. We listen to Peter.
and you falling flat nose all the way in the bitch, man. We can't do it.
That's incredible.
I was looking last night. They was talking about, I don't mean the same subject, but I think it's kind of relevant because they were talking about the 14th Amendment.
Somebody said,
deal.
God, hold up. Somebody in the chat room said God didn't say broken penises can't get in. No, but it's a Levitical law. It's a Levitical law that if you, but I forgot what the term is. Sperm don't work.
Dang. I know what you mean, bro. Yeah.
They trying to hold me to some fire in this. Man, God didn't say if our penises are broken, we can't. Bro, it say something to the effect of the usefulness of a person. I forgot what the term is, but yeah, bro. Impotent. Thank you, Brittany. Yeah.
Impotent, yeah. He say be fruitful. How am I be fruitful and multiply? You can't multiply like that, my G. God, dog.
What? He took that personal. God didn't say if our penises are broken, we can't get to heaven. I'm talking about inheriting the kingdom. It said in Levitical law. You ain't got to get mad at me, bro. But what's the use? Oh my goodness, I'm about to cry for my man. They be so serious. They be arguing with me like I said it, bro. I didn't say it, bro. It's in the Bible, bro. It's Levitical. I ain't even gonna cap. We found it, bro. That's crazy. So God bless you. Woo. Woo. But yeah, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Let me get back to my show, champ.
Yes, sir.
Different day. My man. So yeah, SQV trust is very important because why? Look, Canon Law 12. Look, Canon 1283. A SQV trust is a fictional concept. Look. First created during the reign of Charles II of England through the SQV Trust Act of 1666, wherein an estate may be affected for the benefit of a person presumed lost or abandoned at sea. It's not even legal by way of see, this was to protect you from them. Lost at sea, and therefore assumed dead after 7 years. So when they say after 7 years, the dead is, or you presume dead, additional presumptions by which such a trust may be formed were added in later statutes and include bankrupts, minors, incompetents, mortgages, and private companies. Hence, SQV Trust is temporary test. Oh my goodness. You were in here. Oh my goodness. This is where you are. This is where you are. This is what they got you in birth certificate, SSA, Social Security. This is where you are. Lost at sea. You're incompetent and you're a minority. You're a minor, barred from the law. You can't speak. Yeah, you're incompetent. And incompetent. You think the law is space and time. Law is of the land, right there in the Word of God, because you're out of time. You're out of the law. You're in the Philadelphia experiment, meshed in time, law, fucking spaceship, planet ink and risk, black and blue, green and gray aliens. You lost. You're incompetent of what? Painting the truth. You're in violation of your own. You're in violation. Every man has to speak. That's why I said, in order to hang out with me, you can't be in. You can't be in the same category of a bankruptcy, mortgage, and a private company. This is where you are. White people are not there. They're not minority. You are. They're not incompetent. You are. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'm not they're not incompetent. You are. You haven't figured out theater of war. You haven't figured out that all of the presidents is this one and that one. You ain't figured out it's a whole truth. And because you ain't figured out it's the truth and woke up from your entertainment, you just stay dead. You just stay black, stay proud. As long as you stay abandoned, lost that seat, press one. Presume lost that seat, and you're therefore assumed dead after 7. Dead is black in law. So you dead and you were never claimed. You were put in parents' state pick. Yeah, your mama get food. Yeah, ain't no father there. Your father. Now you are state. We make money off your death now. You a Crip, you a Blood, a Hoover, a GD, you're incompetent. You're a minor. Criminal. That's 13 for go to prison. You're out of bounds. 05 Melly, YMW Melly. That's the perfect example. Can Melly speak? Can Melly stand up and say, hold up, I'll tell everybody what really happened right now? Oh. What do he need? Somebody of the Barr Association. What is the Barr? It's back to London. It's the people who are hired to speak for you. Do they tell the truth? They're not paid to tell the truth. They paid to paint a picture. That's one. So you're barred from yourself being held accountable. You can't speak. Remember in the Matrix, Neo mouth was wired shut by the agent. He said, what's the use of a lawyer if you can't speak? You're incompetent. The lawyer you're going to get is from the Bar Association. You don't get it. Private companies type of shit, bro. You in champ. Your lawyer is already made a deal. You don't know. He just playing. We just playing. Whoever win, bro. It's a basketball game. The truth don't matter here. You think Melly lawyer give a fuck about denying the truth? That's the Bar Association. The denial of truth. Except whatever makes sense in your brain. How feminist, all these hints is really in your face. They're just using that against you. The same shit. Hit the like button and subscribe. So you're incompetent. You're stuck. You're stuck in this position. And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? There's only one thing to do, and that is to wake up as men and begin to speak. You rap about everything, blah, blah, blah. What you going to do about this? Let me go get my lunch outside. Give me 30 seconds. So, yeah, back to it. Are you incompetent? Can you not speak? If I was talking about Melly, speaking. But you got to understand how to speak. What is it all about? Type of what type of prison are you in? You're in a prison that you can't see, smell, touch, none of that. The numbers that you got adding up, them all that. And he talking about escaping the matrix. You think you're gonna escape the matrix with Andrew Tate? You you're dead if you think that Andrew Tate is gonna save you from. You gotta be a fool to think Andrew Tate or anybody but you speaking and begin to um well your brain has to adapt to even what an accomplished person is, what compost mentis balancing, what the matrix is all about. The matrix is the world that you live in. The matrix means the womb. It's a matriarch. You were put inside of a matriarch, inside of the womb of the matrix, of a woman. That woman is the whore of Babylon. In many nations in that womb, press one. Damn, bro. And like the brother said, how many brothers went back and got Aaron's rod? I told brothers to get the 1828 dictionary. Aaron's rod, if you, I'm just saying with me, people was asking me what books I'm getting like that. That's because that's where I want my mind. I want my mind to just live, breathe, and think freedom passion, love. You understand what I'm saying? Truth. I don't want to be a rapper. Never did, bro. I like karaoke, singing rap lyrics when hour or bumping music. But I don't want to be no damn rapper. I like singing and shit. I like entertaining, and that's just who I am. I like being that, but I don't want to be a damn rapper. I want to solve these types of things. How the fuck did we get put in these? How to explain it? It's one thing to know it, but to not be able to explain it, mean there you can't put action, break it down into a blueprint, right? You gotta be able to organize and strategize even this conversation. And like university has to be, this is what we studying right now. Boom. That's the curriculum. You know what I'm saying? And stay in that realm. Everybody can learn and grow from it. You know? That's that's my change of approach. I constantly change, but whatever it takes for people who I see lacking in it, try to adjust and try to catch them with it. So we already know SSA, it, laws, all of this after that. Right, really. If you knew about the Magna Carta, I was all stuff. Not African, like holy grail of Bill of Rights, like Moses bringing law in the Bible, bro. And commandments, bro. In law, bro. Right. That's what I'm saying. Law is so perfect to admit. It says what it says. If you knew it's illegal for banks to open up false trust, you would notice. You should know all of this. And if you knew it, you'd be able to defend yourself against it. The first thing you would say is, wait 1 minute. So everything starts with patterns, words. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to get into existence. It's probably going in and out because I'm killing. But whatever the case is, I hope people learn something every day in class. You're going to learn something. We got a great starting point. We're going to start at birth. SQV 1666, the man of sin, the god of death. I told you, assume dead. Told you. So your religion, even what you believe in, is an allegorical fantasy of yours. You don't even know. We'll get to it. Coffee and Kush TV. I'll see y'all later on. Thank the people who really contribute. Page. Let me see if anybody contribute via Cash App. Let me do shout out. Shout out to y'all. I gotta eat my lunch. This is too good, and I don't want to be smacking in front y'all. Okay. Let me see who up in here. Shout out to Bocat, Taj, RT Bell, Ollie Ware, Betty Hampton, Jason Harris, and Cedric Jefferson for contributing to this program. KevRow at night. If I got time, I really like my people. Really like studying. I'm gonna get back to that. And as always, I'll holla.